That did it. Okay. I had this open on my computer for a long time and I don't know what happened. It came back and I hit go live and it was like, no, we're not going live. Ah. And I was worried that all one of you that was waiting for me was going to be like, oh no, where is he? But clearly that's not happening. So, Tacoma Comics, and I am here live. And like I said, I'm going to do a bit of a weird sale today, and I'll explain it again when there's more people in here because it doesn't make a lot of sense to go ahead and explain my sale when there's nobody here. Checking the chat, it looks like Poor Man Comics was here. Maybe he's back. Looks like Tacoma Comics is here. That's me. Welcome everybody, all one of you so far. Got some things to go over. Getting a little chat going, and if we get 10 people in the chat here, we're gonna spring this craziness, as I call it, this crazy sale idea. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that is. Grab my beer. My comic book room is going through a little bit of an overhaul. So there used to be a lot of comics against that wall. Right now they're underneath the computer doing sort of weird stuff. Let's check the chat, as they say. Let's TCT is how I like to call it, and see what's going on. Sometimes I find that my chat is behind where I am, and I never know how to check it out. But there's Dre Boogie. What's up, Dre Boogie? I'm going to go check out. I can't go to Dre Boogie's channel. Maybe it's because I'm on my own channel. They don't want me leaving. So like I said, guys, I'm going to trigger this sale in a few minutes. Just want to see how many people we get in here. Looks like we got 2 so far. Welcome. Hope you guys have a day off today. I know I do. Tomorrow I got to go into school, but the kids don't have school in my district where I live. My kids have school, so they're done. There's Bubs. Hey, Bub. There's Discovery. I've been discovered. That's all I want to hear. Music to the ears. And Discovery Bay. I don't know if you caught my last video, but I was talking about you a little bit, and I was just saying how appreciative I am of what you do. I knew what you did in the abstract, but I never actually watched one of your videos because usually it's too early in the morning, and by the time I get home, half the shows are over. But I actually watched your video where you promoted my last live stream, and I was super impressed. That was just really, really cool. If you guys in the chat, Bub, I'm sure you know Discovery Bay, and Discovery Bay, I'm sure you know Bubs. But if you guys don't, just sub each other up. Anybody else in the chat, sub these guys up. Bubs No Faces comic chat is all over the place. Dre Boogie, it's going pretty well, man. It's going well. I am doing good. Like I said, I've got some stuff to talk about, and then I've got some comics to sell. Hopefully, we'll get a bunch of people in here. If I can get 10 people, I'll trigger the sale. I find that below that, I might be shooting myself in the foot, so to speak. And I don't want to go there. So let's just talk about a couple things that are going on. See if we can get some people here. First off, don't know if you guys are familiar with Comic Chief. Comic Chief put out a video the other day, and then I think it was Perry's Comic put out a video the other day. They both had, I guess I'll say, negative interactions with their LCS. And, it was kind of sad. One of them, and I hope I got Perry right. I'm not sure. Perry seemed to think that a guy in his LCS was just like on an opiate and kind of stoned out of his mind. And he's like, I could have just walked out of there with a bunch of slabs. I mean, the guy just tried to charge him 540 instead of 54 or something like that. But then ended up not charging him. And then it just he had to call the cops because he wasn't sure what was going on with the guy. And then if you watched Comic Chief, he just felt like he got ripped off by an LCS owner. He didn't really care about him and kind of told him that he had a die number 1 for him, and he didn't. You guys know how great of a series die is. If you don't, get on it. So I'm here today to start just by shouting out my LCSs. I'm really lucky in Tacoma. We have 3 local and a bunch within very close distances. So I'm going to go through them Atomic Comics is my main one. That's my LCS where my pull list is. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Ni hao. Um, and I really, really like Atomic Comics. They're the most mainstream of the comic book shops in Tacoma. Shane, the owner, has been there for a while, along with uh, Ashley and Krista. Really good workers, very welcoming of people, always have their finger on the pulse of what's going on. Shane does not play the Marvel variant incentive game, and I don't blame him. It sounds like a pain in the butt to order that stuff. He's all about first printings, and he'll get some second printings of popular stuff. He'll order you anything, but the extra stuff that he orders is usually just what's going to be the most popular. So you're not going to find a lot of obscure indies, but he's always been a really good guy to me. A couple years ago, he had an extra pass for Comic-Con. It was a vendor pass. He sold it to me for like face value. So I got to get in early, which is really cool. Came back from the retailers convention in Baltimore, and he got me a signed copy of Hillbilly #1. He's like, here, they were handing these out. I thought you'd be interested in this. So, my experience there has always been really good, and I really dig Atomic Comics. Great guys, great people. Good back issues, dollar bin, really nice display. They always do good by me. Pop shop and comic. More pop shops and comics. Yeah, so the Funko Pop headquarters is in Seattle, and I've yet to go there. I've yet to go there, Bub, because I won't get out alive. I mean, it would be like, oh, pops, okay, here, just just take it. Just oh wait, yep. Oh, that pop. Oh, exclusive pop. I mean, it would just go flying. So yeah, I avoid that. So there's another one in my town called Destiny City, and that guy is more in the downtown kind of hip area of town. Not that Tacoma is too hip, which is what we kind of like about it. But he does a lot of stuff with local artists. He puts on a lot of really great. He puts on a lot of really great shows. Like local artist shows and just stuff like that. He always has like local artists in, and he's got a small shop. He's got some back issues, needs a little more space to organize them a little bit better. He's got these long boxes on these shelves and reach in, and it's kind of hard to reach sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And he's got stuff. Always has a lot of cool variants, so it's nice to go in there. The other one in Tacoma is called Stargazer Comics, and that's actually the closest. And I sometimes think about switching to Stargazer from Atomics because I can walk there. And it seems like that should be my LCS, but I think loyalty is important. And Shane's been good to me at Atomic, so I'm going to stay there. But I go to Stargazer all the time. They've got a lot of good variants, a lot of video games, nice back issues, a lot of trade paperbacks and hardcover omnibus editions, and guys always playing punk rock really loud, which I really like. Not pop punk, but like the real deal. So that's always cool. So those are three, like, boom, really close. And then if I want to find comics in Tacoma, there's it used to be just a card, like Magic card and Pokemon card shop where you could do role-playing games. They had a big space. But then they merged with a sports card store because I guess they needed the money. So they merged all together, and they have comics there. And it's where I got my Mr. Miracle #1 for $20, which was like insane deal. So they're really cool. Tricky's Pop Emporium sells comics. They sell like bagged bunch of comics. He sells everything. I mean, any sort of pop like culture stuff. He's really cool with that. And then there's a couple thrift shops. Went to one I don't like too much. The guy's got a long box, and the number one thing in the long box is like Falcon #1 of 4 in a 4-issue limited series. And it's not that exciting, and it's not in a bag, and it's bent, and he's charging $1 for it. So I haven't really bought much there. And then there's Half Price Books, where I go way too much, but I get a lot of good deals there. So I like that. And then there's also Comics, Comiks, The Gathering, which is technically not in Tacoma. It's in Spanaway, I believe, but it's on my way home from work. And that's another great comic book shop. So, like I said, I'm sorry that Comic Chief and Perry had some bad LCS experiences. Like I said, my most common interaction with LCSs has been good. I'm pretty happy with it. So tell me about your experiences in the chat. Let us know what's going on. It'd be kind of cool to hear what other people have to say about their experiences with comic book shops. LCSs. While you do that, I'm going to go through a little haul. I'll try to answer the shop. Bob, I don't know. Do you collect pops? That would be good. We got 5 people here. If we can get like 3 or 4 more, I will hit this sale and I'll get it started. I'll explain it all again. But it'd be good if you all jump over here. Barbarian Kung Fu. Hey-ya! He is there. Welcome, my friend. Glad to see a new face in here. We've been trying to get up to about 8 or 10 followers or viewers so I could trigger the sale. And then we're chatting about LCSs. And I'm just saying how lucky I feel because I've not had a negative interaction in Tacoma with a comic book shop. I appreciate the fact that I have like 5 or 6 places to buy comics at, and I appreciate the prices. Not the prices. Prices are fair, but I just appreciate the interaction with the owners and the managers and the workers. Never had a bad time. Well, Bob, I hope you really wanted those pops, or you really didn't want that slab. Let us know what you traded for. It sounds like a good deal. So yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. And I haven't had that happen yet, Barbarian. So, I just knock wood. I'm pretty excited that I've been lucky in that respect. So, the other day I went to the Half Price Books that's up closer to Seattle. And I didn't get anything 30 miles, Discovery Bay. No wonder you buy so much online. That's harsh. So I just picked up some stuff. Everything here is just half off cover, no bigger sales than that. What defines real? Did I use the word? Oh, the real LCS. I guess yeah, it's a good question. New releases. Okay, you're answering your own question. Well, let's see who asked that. Oh, you asked that. So don't you know what you're talking about? Anyway, 6. Like I said, if we get a few more, I'll There you go, Barbarian Kung Fu. Absolutely. If you're gonna play like a variant, a ratio variant game, put a price on it, stick to it, don't change it. Absolutely agree with that. I think that's false advertising otherwise. Really good point. So like I said, this Avengers I thought was kind of interesting because it's Avengers and the Skrulls fighting to the end and the Fantastic Four. This is probably, a nothing comic in terms of value. Oh, nice job, Bubs. But I absolutely just thought it looked really cool. And so I thought that I would pick it up and read it. Trying to finish this all new Wolverine run. There is 32. And there is 34. Dre, I did not get to a lot of comic book shops when I was in Detroit. As a matter of fact, that might be one of the only trips that I've taken recently where I haven't hit a comic shop at all. And that's pretty sad for me. Pick this up. This is New Superman number 16. I'm a big fan of this. Been trying to grab that. The design on these Hawkeyes just freaking brilliant. I'm going back and collecting this whole run. Luckily I have number 1 already. Just brilliant stuff. Stephanie Hans, my sweetheart. I have 3 copies of this or 2 copies of this. Why did I get another one? I don't know, but it's Stephanie Hans, and what are you going to do? That's good, Dre. That's really good to hear. I think that's why I started this, is I wanted to shout out good LCSs and make sure that we get some people that can attest to the experience being real and being positive. So after Pope Grimy sent me, Gamma, what's up, man? High five to you. After Pope Grimy sent me Monsters #1, I really got into it. I found the trade at half price for $5, and now I'm just like collecting it like a fiend, man. The artwork in this, oh my lord, is so good. Unfortunately, I've read 1 through 6 now, and I've got 16, 15 right here. Little Fox is her name, I believe. Hey, Popcom. And then this is number 14. So I found 14, 15, and 16 all at half price. And then this is number 8, I believe, which is really annoying because that means I don't want to read 8 until I get 7 somewhere. So we're hoping. Let's see. We lost a few people. Too bad. I was trying to trigger this sale. I see that we're at 6 people in the chat. Maybe we'll get a few more. Let's just see what else is going on. Chew the Script book. This is the sort of thing you buy when you're a fan of something, and it's probably nothing that you need. This is just like this is a sort of back matter you get in a trade paperback. So Popcom, it's not an auction. What I'm going to do, and I'll explain it right now. I'm going to take a box, like one of these boxes, and put a hardback in there so it protects against the folds in the box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put books in one at a time. And the first person that types $30 will get whatever books are there. So the idea is for me to get some good books going. And so it's not an auction in the sense that it goes to the highest bidder. It goes to the first bidder. But as soon as you put down $30, that's it. I'm not putting any more books in the box. So I'm hoping to create some excitement. There's a couple $10 books here, but there's a whole bunch of 50-cent books here. So I'm hoping to give people like a good value. And then after it gets like this, start adding some nice ones and see who's the first person to trigger that 30. I have no idea how it's going to go. I got 5 watchers. I'm trying to get like 10 people in here. If you know anybody that's got nothing to do, tell them to check it out. Yeah, that includes shipping, Bubs. I'm going to go crazy on this. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Just having fun. Basically, I've got, I don't know, like let's say I got 25 short boxes. And that's all I've got room in this room for. So I want to keep those short boxes stacked with the books that I really want. A lot of these books are books that I only sort of want, books that I no longer want, or books that I purchased at half price books for like $1. I'm hoping to sell for $2. If you ever watched Proposition Joe on The Wire, buy for a nickel, sell for a dime. That's what it's about. I don't know why I bought this, but I've seen a lot of people talk about The Amazing Screw-On Head, and it, you can see it's in tattered condition. I thought that was pretty cool. If you're not reading Kaiju Max, man, get on Kaiju Max. This is issue 3 from volume 2, I believe. Season 2, he calls it. It's using monsters on a prison planet as an allegory for prison, which is pretty insane if you ask me. But, pretty cool at the same time. And he does a really great job with it. Then I hit half price today. So yesterday at a different one, today at another one. And I found what I think is some really good deals because they're things that I wanted. And newsstand, X-Men versus the Micronauts, number 2 in a 4-issue limited series. Really excited for this. I have number 1. I did not have the rest of the 4-issue limited series. And then I found number 3. And then I was so excited to find this. 54. I love Unwritten, but I never finished it. I could find 52. It took me forever to find 53. I believe 54 is the very last issue. If not, it's 55. And it's, it is really, really, really hard to find the last couple issues. They are the ones that are They are the, what's it called? They're the ones that are hard to find. Yeah, this is the absolutely last issue. So now I get to go back and read the whole thing. I love Unwritten, man. Great, great comic. I found a copy of Paper Girls #1, which I think I am trading. I'm working out a trade with White Whale for Wick Div #1. I think I was going to offer Paper Girls 1 and 2. I also have another copy in my PC, and I got another copy going in this sale right now. Found Manifest Destiny #1. This is a shout out to Chew, which I thought was really, really cool. If you know the cover of Chew #1, this is the same thing. And then you don't know what Mark Millar is going to be putting on TV, so I grabbed this one. And I've got a few of these. This one is unbagged. That is 4001 AD by Matt Kindt, but it is a Clayton Crane cover. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's going to be here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I've talked myself out of this. I had 7 people in here at once at the height. Now I've got 5. Let's go ahead and do this anyway. If I think it's worth it, I'll keep going. If not, I will stop. Maybe I'll do another one on the auction Wednesday night. I might be late to the auction Wednesday night. Why? Because I've got my first soccer game this season. We missed 4 soccer games with the snow, so they've really doubled us up. The next 3 or 4 weeks is going to be crazy. Anyway, here we go. Here's the box. When one of you wants what's in the box, and I've got piles of like filler and then better and then better. And so I'm going to do like 3 fillers, 1 better. Everybody give a thumbs up so I know that there's actually people watching. Just put a thumbs up in the chat. See how many of you are here. And I will then start loading this box. And anybody that wants it, all you got to do is type in 30. First person I see type in 30 in the chat wins. Kung Fu's here. Gamma's here. I'll assume Bubs is still here. There he is. Double thumbs up. He's ready to go. 3 of you are here. Popcom is here. Oh, boom to you too, buddy. And let's see who else. Freak it. 4 is good enough. All right, you guys ready? First book, Superior by Mark Millar. #1, first printing. Who knows if this will ever become anything. Art by Francis Laniel Yu. That's going in the box. Next comic, Wonder Woman 58 and 59. These are the first 2 issues by G. Willow Wilson, the new writer for Wonder Woman, formerly the writer of, what did she write? Miss Marvel. Next up, New Mutants 86. This is the first cameo of Cable. This has a few spine ticks and doesn't look like any of them are color breaking. Maybe right on the edge, but those don't really wrap around maybe a nanometer, right? And then also New Mutants 23, a nice Sienkiewicz cover. If you're just joining us, first person to type 30 gets whatever's in the box, not everything, but whatever's in the box. Oh, what else do we have? Champions #1 is in the box. And if this triggers early, I might ship it in something other than a large box to save some money, but we'll see. Ooh, new Superman #1. That's the cover A. That's in the box. Let's see what we got. Oh, Swamp Thing #1, Scott Snyder and Yannick Paquette. That is from the New 52 #1. That's in the box. Let's get a little bit. Here we go. We'll put Vision #3 from Tom King and Gabriel Hernandez Walta. Jordi Belair on covers. I believe Clayton Cowell on colors. Clayton Cowles on letters. That's in the box. Kill Shakespeare #1. That is cover B. That is in the box. Wildcats, number 1. A little bit of rubbing here where I took off, here I took off a price tag. Shiny, shiny, number 2. Shiny, 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 number 25. Wildcats, those are all in the box. You just had that nice aggressively. Aggressively, if you just got here, put a thumbs up if you understand what the heck it is that I'm doing. Because I want to make sure people understand. First person to type 30 gets everything that I've put in. There is a little bat girl, number 30. J. Scott Middleton, Beautifulness. That is in the box. Omega Men, number 1 by Tom King. That is in the box. We got about 15 comics in the box, so looking at 50 cents each. A-Force number 1, beautiful Jorge Molina artwork, and I think that is G. Willow Wilson on the writing. That is in the box. Star Wars number 5 and number 6. This is the first. This is the first cameo of Sana, Han's wife, who I think may appear in the next solo Star Wars movie, and the full appearance of Sanya in number 6. That is in the box. All right. Here we go. We've got the first old woman, Laura, and the first Kamala Khan as president. I don't know if that's something, but that's in this. So this is, they've done Old Man Logan. They've done Old Lady Harley. They've done Old Man Hawkeye. They did Old Man, the guy from Big Trouble in Little China. And now we've got old lady or old woman, Laura. That is in the box. So just taking a look right now, if you were to type 30, you would be getting this stack right here. But if that's not enough, which apparently is not, we're going to keep going, see what else we can do. See if anybody's ready to pull that trigger. Boom, 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 boom. Flash Rebirth number 1. That is a second printing. That is signed by Joshua Williamson. And there is one of the button issues, issue number 22, the lenticular. See how quickly he moves? That is the Flash. That is in the box. Somebody look up Green Lantern 33. I know it is something for some reason, but I don't think I would have it otherwise. But there is Green Lantern 33, and that is in the box. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. This is a little beat up. This is not as good condition as the rest of them. But here is the first X-23 test tube, Wolverine number 80. The writer says that has nothing to do with anything and that the test tube was just a fluke, but it seems too much of a coincidence that there's a test tube with the DNA. It says Logan X number 23 right there. That is, say it with me, in the box. We're up to about 25 comics. Nobody's pulling the trigger. So my next goal or my next move would be to put this comic, which is now getting some heat. This is the death of the Hulk. This is where this is now listed on Key Collector Comics as part of the Immortal Hulk. Like, if you're into Immortal Hulk, definitely get this one. This is the Death of the Hulk, which I haven't read Immortal Hulk yet. Don't shoot me, I didn't read it yet. But I assume this is somehow, the Hulk dying is somehow leading up to the Immortal Hulk. Pit number 1, Darker Image number 1. This is first appearance of Pit, first appearance of Max, and first appearance of one other person. I don't think, and that one does not come with the card. That one is in the box. Those are both beautiful issues. Guys are driving some hard bargains here. Convergence, Suicide #1, Suicide Squad #1. That is in the box. Rat Queens #1. That is, say it with me, in the box. Moonshine #1. Moonshine #5. That is in the box. First time the Super Sons meet each other, Superman #10. That is in the box. So if you're just joining us, there's a box of comics here. Some good, some filler, some in between. I would say there's about 30 comics here. First person to type 30 in the chat is going to win this box or buy this box. Right? Buy whatever is in the box at the time of the chat. I'm just going to check, make sure that not missing anyone. Nope, there we go. All right, we're good. Still filling this box up. Let's see what else we can add here. ElfQuest, the something special. What's it called? The Final Quest special, #1 in the box. Freak Force #1. Wildstar #1 in the box. Fantastic Four 296. This is the Marvel 25th anniversary. There's a little triangle that's faded here, which is really weird because I have it on like several issues of this. I don't know how they faded a triangle in the same spot in several issues, but there you go. That is in the box. Shaolin Cowboy #1, Who Will Stop the Rain. If you don't know this guy goes around beating the crap out of everyone and everything, animals and humans and zombies alike. Sometimes he wields staff with chainsaws on the end. Sometimes he uses just his bare fists, but Shaolin Cowboy knows where it's at. By Jeff Darrow and Stewart. I don't know who Stewart is. That's in the box. This box is getting pretty full. We're going to have to say no go in a second. So Chuck Norris, yes. Black Bolt #1. This is a great read. There is, however, a tiny partial tear right up there. This won the Eisner Award last year. And Black #1. Those are in the box. Let's see what else we got here. 1-for-1, Matt Kindt on Mind Management. This is not Mind Management #1. This is like the True Believers version that Dark Horse did. They call them 1-for-1. Image calls them Image First. I don't know what DC calls them, and Marvel has True Believers. That's going in the box. New Teen Titans. Last Teen Titans. I think this is the last time somebody is Robin, and there's another first appearance in here, and this is Wolfman and Perez's last Teen Titans together, obviously. That is in the box. And let's see what else we got here. First appearance of the Legacy Virus by the X-Men. That is in the box. X-23 #4, that crazy cool cover. That is in the box. And I think I can fit one more in this box. Let's go the first appearance of Blink, X-Men 317. We will put that in the box. And now I'm going to put some bubble wrap there. That is as much as the box can take. If nobody's interested, put it in the chat. Comic as a kid, first Legacy Virus, 300. Yep. Hard pass. All right. Popcom is not interested in what I've got and what I'm selling. Okay. Let's see if we can do one more. See if this one works out. Blank box here. If you guys are still with me, I'll keep doing this. I got a day off school. 20. No, Barbarian, because that means I'm selling that for 6 after shipping. I appreciate the deals. I try to make it myself. I'm not offended, but I'm going to hold 30 tight on that. Sorry, bud. You're trying to get a deal. I'm trying to make deals. We know how it goes. Sorry. I appreciate the attempt, though. If anybody sees one of these like separately and is like, I'll pay you $5 or $10 ship for that, we could do that. But yeah, I'm trying to just get rid of bulk at what I think is a price fair to both of us, to whichever one of you I'm talking to and me. Let's see. This next box, we'll start with Throwaways number 1. Really great story. I wish that had gone somewhere. I got like the first couple issues and it didn't go anywhere. The Deathblow Wolverine, when Wolverine was in Image Comics, and Deathblow, like, don't know if that's number 1. I don't know how they numbered these. It just says Deathblow on the cover. Yeah, no, that's the number 1. So number 1. Hey, need more comics? We are doing some box sales here. I just put comics in a box, and whenever somebody wants to buy them, they type in 30 in the chat. We got another copy of that Star Wars number 5, first appearance, first cameo of Sonya. I think she's on the last page. No bag. I'll find a bag for this before I ship it. Let's see. Oh, stop it. Sonya's somewhere in here. I'm not exactly sure where. We see a small cameo of her. But yeah, she is. Hey, I'm trying to make some money here. Silly people. So anyway, Sonya's in there. I'll throw another copy of that Fantastic Four. See, this is another copy with that triangle, 25th anniversary. We'll put that in there if anybody's collecting those. We'll throw X-Men 212. What did you say? X-Men 212? That is one of the classic Wolverine Sabretooth battles. Yep, but it's not like you're not going to sell this for a lot of money, X-Men 212, but that's in the box. That's called the mailman. He comes every day. Chill. Oh, excuse me. Somebody's at the door. It's okay, Libby. Hello. Libby. Hey guys, I'm live. Can you close it or hold her? Yes, my dog was barking at my own family. It's the mailman. No, it actually was my own family, and she was barking like that. All right, we were just putting X-Men 212 in there. This great Whilce Portacio cover for X-Men 290. Real, no mail today. That's true, Bake. Boom. That's in the box. Hawkeye from Matt Fraction's run, number 16. And this gorgeous David Aja cover. Is it David Aja? Number 9. How cool is that? That's cool. That's how cool that is. That's in the box. I don't know much about this. Apparently, for a small segment of collectors, these are really popular. This Transformers Unicron series. This is the retail exclusive number 6 variant. That is in perfect, beautiful condition, and that will go in the box. Youngblood number 2. That is the first appearance of Prophet, who Rob Liefeld says is Lil Dropper. So you changed your name, buddy. That will be in the box, as well as Darker Image. And I think that's still sealed version. Yep, so that means there's a card with it, a Deathblow card. She was barking at you like crazy. Those are both in the box. Let's see what we can do. I don't know, is this series popular at all? This is number 3 from Chris Claremont, and who else wrote on that? I can't remember. It's got a few spine ticks, but this is a well-known comic, a popular comic. Wolverine number 3 from his first limited series. That will go where? In the box. 2 things of Fables here. This is Fables number 6. This is the first issue that Buckingham started as the artist. And Fables number 50, a landmark. You can see Buckingham is still there. Pretty darn cool. Those 2 will go in the box. If you've never read Fables, the art is beautiful. The story is beautiful. Oh, look, there's another copy of Loot Crate exclusive. Hey, Sunshine. Loot Crate exclusive, 4001 AD, written by Matt Kindt. That sticker is on the bag, not on the sticker is on this bag, not on the comic itself. And that is Clayton Crane, who everybody loves from Spider-Man, but nobody seems to realize he also did a lot of Dark Horse or Valiant work with Matt Kindt on AD 1000. I don't know what the heck I'm saying. 4001 AD. There you go. That's in the box. Mind the Gap, number 1, second printing. That is in the box. Midnight of the Soul, signed by Howard Chaykin, number 1. That is in the box. I have not seen Klane's Ghost Rider, Bob. I got to check that out. First appearance of somebody on 314. Nothing special, just a cool cover on 313. Those are in the box. Now let's go old school Image, Brigade number 1, Cyber Force Zero. Those are in the box. Shadowhawk number 3. Shadowhawk 3 number 1. That's in the box. This is a random issue of DMZ number 16. That is in the box. Did we want the first full appearance of Bishop? Because that is going in the box. Did we want the second to last issue of Miss Marvel? Because that is going in the box. What about Spider-Man number 12? A little love story between Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. That is, as we say, in the box. Heroes in Crisis, number 3, number 4. Those are going in the box. And let's see. One more comic to top this off. What could we do? We'll throw 2 more in there. Let's see. Mr. Miracle, this is not Kirby's run. This is the late 80s run. That is number 1. That'll go in the box. And Adam Hughes, writing and drawing Betty and Veronica. Not on the cover. That's a variant, number 1. And Crosswind by Gail Simone and Cat Staggs. Those are going in the box. And once again, that box, hello, Flaming Sheila, $30, Discovery Bay Comics. Okay. There you go, Discovery Bay. You know me, you know my info. I'll put it down here, my PayPal anyway. Let me make sure I typed it correctly. Yep, $30, and I'll put this in the mail for you tomorrow. You should have it by Thursday or Friday. Let's take a look at what Discovery Bay won. Now, do you call it winning? I guess. Bubs was close. So you got Throwaways, which is not really a throwaway comic. See you later, Barbarian. You got number 1 for Throwaways. Good story, even if it didn't go anywhere. Deathblow, Wolverine, and Deathblow. You got that Star Wars number 5. And like I said, I'll make sure this goes in. I'm just going to find a bag and board for this. Death of yeah. Is Death of Hulk, not Death of Immortal Hulk. You got that Fantastic Four, little faded right there, but it's cool to have that. It displays well. You definitely did well in that X-Men. That's you put that from afar and you're like, dang, that's a cool cover. Let's see what else you got. I love this cover. This is not like a key or anything, but this is a beautiful cover. Whilce Portacio. I love that Storm in the Rain. Pretty cool. Yeah, if I Death of Immortal Hulk, that means I'd be ahead on the run. That'd be pretty cool. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then I think that's Annie that came over. I didn't love these covers so much as these original black, white, and red ones. That's gorgeous. If you hold on and try to sell this Discovery Bay, there's a small market for these, but people do collect these. The Youngblood was rising in price at one point, probably not so much anymore. Dang, you're quick. I can't run to the post office today. As somebody pointed out, it's closed. There's Darker Image #1 with the Deathblow card. Here's the book, man. I mean, it's not in the best shape, but Wolverine #3. That's Claremont and Frank Miller, right? I think so. It's beautiful either way. Beautiful cover. Fables 6 and 50. Loot Crate exclusive for so what I have left is that much, and based on what I just saw, I don't think that will trigger sale, but I'll run through it quick. Let me just show off these. There's Loot Crate. There's the Mind the Gap. I'll tell you what, you guys tell me what books from that first box you saw that you really liked, and we can put them in. There's Midnight of the Soul #1, X-Men 313 and 314. That is First Somebody, sister or brother of somebody. Some old school Image, some more middle school Image, random DMZ. I'm going to just put one of the X-Men books. It's one of the books that didn't have a bag in the back of that. X-Men 283. That is the first full appearance of Bishop. Miss Marvel 37. I thought that was the last issue, so I got 2 of them, but that was the second to last issue. Spider-Man 12. That's a fun read. Heroes in Crisis 3 and Heroes in Crisis Variant 4. Mr. Miracle 1. And somehow this tipped you over. The Betty and Veronica 1 and the Crosswind. This is still in development to become a TV show later this year, I think, or next year. So I'll tell you what I can do is those go in that box, and that's Discovery Bay's box. I can try one more and see where it goes, and then I can add books from the first one, or I can just see if people want this box. So I got one more box left here. So this went over pretty well. I sold one. That's pretty darn cool. Right? We'd love to sell them all, but you never know. So this starts off with Fantastic Four. The same Fantastic Four you've seen, but not the same exact one. That's in the box. Darker Image. This one has Blood Wolf card. Still sealed in the bag. Starboy. There was a time when this was selling really nicely, but now it is selling sort of nicely. It's gone down a bit in value, but it's not nowhere in value. Middle West #1, Scotty Young. Bitch Planet #1. Dark Horse. This is the 20-year anniversary one. This is really cool if you like art. It's got all these creators drawing other people's work. So it's got Eric Powell doing some Eric Powell, Adam Hughes, Stan Sakai, but they're all doing other people's properties. That's really cool. I've got another copy of that. I'm going to get signed by all the artists. This one just got announced. It is not optioned or in development. It is actually coming out as a TV show. Terry Moore just wrote the script, and this is signed by Terry Moore. Motor Girl #1. That's in the box, and that's in Mylar. Ooh, Saga 41 and 43. Those are in the box. Vanguard number 1 and Cyber Force number 0. Down to 4 viewers. Doesn't look like we're going to sell this one. Youngblood 1 and Youngblood 0. Youngblood 1 and Youngblood Strike File number 1. Yes, there are 2 copies of Youngblood 1 in this box. I told you I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Tech Jacket number 1 and New Superman number 19. So even in my estimation, that's not a $30 box right there. So what I'm going to do is ship off Discovery's box to him. The rest of them I will take out, and I will do the exact same thing at the auction on Wednesday night, All About Comics auction. Thanks, guys, for sitting with me and going through this. I got rid of some books, which is nice. Made some space. And like I said, I'll be happy to do this again. So have a good day, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah, thanks, Bubs.